Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Art of the Oracle. I have a little journal here because as I was tapping in, I was getting a lot of information and it was kind of interesting and I didn't want to miss anything before I shared it with you. And so I'm just going to read to you what I wrote down. And what I wrote is, follow the path unfolding. All is but a riddle, a song, a rhyme. Strip away the cloak that hides the truth. Therein lies the light, the crystalline light. All right, so I'm not exactly sure. I think that's a metaphor on some level, because yesterday I was talking about the things that we just say mindlessly, that they were all spells. And I think that what this is all bringing us to is the realization as all is not what it seems. And we have mindlessly been playing some sort of game that we didn't know that we were in, kind of situation. I don't know if that makes sense, but let's go to the cards and find out what's going on. All right, so this is the last day this week. We have the journey and we have crystal oracles, and I'm going to draw a crystal first. And then we have angel numbers. And if you saw, or if you missed rather, any of the messages in the beginning of the week, is I really wanted tangible things that you could relate to, like either crystals and go and get a crystal, or bring a crystal energy into your world, or maybe you're seeing a variety of numbers and you kind of want some information about that. And then we also have Thoth Tarot, and that has a lot of really symbolic imagery and meaning in it. So that's been interesting as well. So let's go to Crystal Oracle. Thank you all for being here once again. Thank you. It's very exciting to see the new subscribers. We're going to go to that one. Look at that. So interesting that I heard the crystalline light. Like that was the last message. It was what I was seeing is almost like, that I was supposed to go somewhere and to find this space for me to be able to understand what the truth of my journey was about. And then I asked, like, what is this message that, I can bring? Because I was feeling everything was a little mythical, right? That I was hearing in my meditation. And that's when I heard that follow the path unfolding. And then it reminded us of the riddles. But the last thing it said is to go towards, let's see what it says, the truth, therein lies the crystalline light. And so we have crystalline light in the earth. Crystals carry light within them. Crystals have this inner wisdom and knowing, and we've been surrounding ourselves by crystals, and I've been wondering why. I have loved doing this all week long, and this is the clear quartz crystal. So I'm gonna bring this over here because it kind of mimics what we've got going on here. And clear quartz crystal is this beautiful opportunity. I have it in so many different ways. One of my favorite ways is through this pendulum, because it works very well to help me to narrow down like yes or no questions, or when I'm looking for answers and I want to bring my head out of the equation, I bring a pendulum in that helps to give me, I think, a more pure answer, right? Because it's just energetically following instead of maybe what I want it to do, kind of thing. But clear quartz has several things. One, quartz is an amplifier. So it amplifies everything around it. It can amplify the energies that you want. It can also bring you clarity. You can use it in meditation to help kind of give you clear insights. You can program crystal quartz, as you can a lot of the crystals. You can program it and say, I would like to manifest, I don't know, whatever, health, let's say. I would really like to manifest health. Can you help bring into me what I need to become more healthy, that kind of thing. So basically the guidebook says that it has infinite possibilities because it can be programmed with whatever qualities you desire. Just like you, this crystal is full of infinite possibilities, and the card is asking you to reflect on all that you would love to have and achieve. And we've been getting that information for the last several weeks. Like, find the light, expand our own light. What is it that we are here to do? Why are we saying the things that we are saying? Why are the people that we are around? Why are they in our life? Why do we live where we live? Why do we do what we do? It's asking us to kind of question what's going on in our world. So make a list of what it is that you want, and you can infuse it into. But I would say, you know, write it, verbalize it, and kind of sense in the things that you would desire. And then you can kind of, it suggests that you carry either a crystal with that infusion in it, or to carry, you know, the writing of what it is that you want and have it infused with the crystal. But either way it is, it's really asking us to tap into our own magic. And that there is, I think, what I'm hearing in right now, for whatever reason, is that we can tap into the crystalline earth. And the earth here is like expanding and wanting us to become one with the earth, because we've kind of been running around here like a little bit of ants, right? All over the place, building this, building that, creating this, destroying that, whatever, and not really being aware of why we do what we do, and who are we in this space that we are destroying or creating or whatever it is. So all is possible if you believe it. Just make sure it is truly what your heart desires. Life is a journey, not a destination. And we've all heard that, right? We've all heard. So let's go to the journey then. Let's go to the journey cards and say, okay, if life's a journey, where are we going? What in this collective message? I feel like it needs a little bit of, I think, different type of shuffling, getting some air in there. Yeah. So if life's a journey, where are we going? Where are we headed? And only you can answer that question, but let's see what the information from these cards are wanting to share today about what this journey is and why we're going where we're going. Okay. All right. So I kind of feel like it's these cards. Yeah, they're kind of all over the place, right? They're sharing a lot. Okay. Curiosity and nature. And it was kind of this way. And if I look at it this way, it's asking us to be curious about nature. And this is showing the obvious nature that we're seeing around. But I think it's asking us to be curious about our own nature. Curious about the nature of crystals, the nature of trees, the nature of rhymes and stories, the nature of the earth, the nature of everything around us, and start really getting involved in our life. Right? Because I feel like we have all these influences around us that are just getting louder and louder. It's like they're closing in on us because I feel like it's all madness. The traffic is louder. The traffic is faster. All these AI centers for what? Are we really that involved in AI? No. It's the demands of certain people that want to take over and destroy things. And it's crazy. I feel like there's must be some dark forces, some dark magic in these people that are doing this, because they're all these people that have set all this stuff in play without the communities and without asking all of us. And why is that happening? And I think it's because we're disengaged from everything, and therefore all these other people are just doing whatever they want. And that's what it feels like in our government here. It's like it's doing whatever it wants. It's not power to the people. It's like whatever, you know? And so be curious. This is also showing, like, be curious about what's beyond the room that you're in, right? Beyond what it is that you see every day, beyond the understanding that you have. Tap into your own crystal energy. Tap into the crystalline awareness of the earth. Tap into the things that are not man-made. Because man has kind of gotten a little dark and a little weird. I'm finding it very challenging right now to be on this planet at all, because it just seems malevolent, evil. And I don't even believe in evil. But at the same time, it's like I see all these weird things going on that don't make any sense. And then I go into nature and things start making sense again. So I think that that's why this nature card is in the middle. And that's why this clarity card, and why I was told what I was told, right? About finding this crystalline light, is because it, I believe, is going to kind of illuminate whatever is inside us that is being desensitized and overstimulated by the outside world that is all man-made and chaos. And I do mean man, not woman, but man. Man has created chaos on this planet, and it's time for us to stop engaging in it, I think. So be curious why you're doing what you're doing. Ask what it is you need to get out. Okay, so something flipped over. Awaken. Oh my gosh, yes. It's asking us to awaken to this crystalline light. Can you see that? So, wow. So a million cards came out with it, okay? But I don't think all of that. I think what it did is it opened up to reveal. So I'm just going to peek and let you peek. Bonds, reshape, synergy, new beginnings, adventure, and stability. So we've had stability all week long, and it's asking us to go on an adventure to find that stability, because it's time for this new beginning, right? And synergy is about creating synergistic energy, creating the energy that is aligned and balanced. And we're reshaping our world. And I think, so this feels a little foggy, but it feels like there is something that we are bonding with. And I feel like it could be another person. That's why the 2020. And it's an elevation, like somebody that's a really elevated awareness. It's time for all of that. It's time for us to get out of all of this nonsense, this craziness that's going on in the world, and go beyond what we have been programmed to do, and create new bonds, reshape our reality through synergistic, energetic relationships that create alignment, new beginnings, adventure, and stability. So I think that this is all encompassed in this Awaken card here. So I'm going to leave this big stack here, because I think that that's what it's asking of us. And that's why these number cards. So this is going into, Friday and the weekend. So it's going to be a reading that encompasses so many things for us. And I'm really, it's so funny because I really, really just want you to be able to see some of these numbers. So hopefully I can get them all around here. So if you're wanting to see some of the relevant numbers that are coming in right now for us, that's what I'm going to leave out here. But yeah, in our world, it's like really demanding us to become something that awakens and gets outside of this box that we have been in, get outside of the reality. Like I wake up each day and I'm like, what is going on? There is so much chaos and ridiculousness outside the world. And I'm finally starting to find some people that makes sense, because even in the spiritual community, I feel like there's so many shadow people out there that are asking for us to follow them and listen to them and pay them money because they are all seers or whatever. And I think that I think there is some truth in all of it, but it's time for us to get out and to be curious. Why are there so many people that are channeling like me, like whatever I'm hearing in the morning, and we can all do it. It's information that is coming down because we are meant to awaken at this time and get outside of the box that we've always been. And what is our true nature? What is it that is trying to reveal itself in an abstract way? That's what it feels like. So let's go to finally the Thoth cards. Wow, I have really enjoyed this deck. When I first got it, it felt a little overwhelming to me, and now I'm really enjoying it. This is the Six of Cups with pleasure. So so 6 obviously comes after 5, and 5 was a card of emotional overwhelmment, right? And so we step out of that and into great pleasure. being able, this is like a card of reciprocity, so it's a card of being able to share with others. That's what I think pleasure really is that being, I feel like this one, oh, look at that, we have abundance. So we have another cups card, that this one goes down to 3, and or the half of this, and that's like, abundance is a beautiful card. It's interesting that, you know, you step up, and then pretty soon you get into overwhelmment, and then you can step back into pleasure again. So it's kind of this cycle telling us that there is a lot of opportunity for us to really get into this abundance and this really juicy time, but we have to tap into our senses. We have to be curious. We have to awaken to our own true abundance, our own intuition, and what's driving us forward. Okay, last messages from Thoth, please. The Prince of Discs. Yeah, so this is also about things that are grounded in the world, right? So right now this is all very watery energy. This is about, you know, intuitive information. And then it's asking us to ground some of that in. That's what the discs are about. It's the pentacles in the regular tarot. It's asking us to ground down, to create some movement. He looks like he's on the chariot here. The bull is a very fiery energy. Burn away the things that are not us, but move forward. Now, interesting that the discs or the pentacles is usually a slow moving card. But all of this, and I'm probably going to go to the guidebook to see what it has to say. I've really enjoyed that. It's giving us something different that we haven't received in like the traditional tarot. So the Prince of Discs says it's the airy part of Earth. That's interesting, because that's what I was feeling. Like Earth is typically slow moving, but this one felt like it was like wanting to go somewhere, like the chariot, which is all around movement. And air is around movement. So it's the airy part of Earth, or the fluorescent fructification of that element. He is seated in a chariot drawn by an ox, and his helmet is crowned by a bull. He holds a disc resembling a globe and marked with mathematical symbols. In his hand he carries a scepter mounted by a cross. Okay, and the cards symbolize the functioning of bringing forth from the earth the vegetation, which is sustenance of spirit itself. So what that means is like all this pleasure and abundance, bringing it forth for us to truly enjoy. I think that that's what has happened. If you look at life, I have wondered, like, why is everything so hard? Why can't we have any fun? Why are some people, like, it feels like some people believe they're entitled because they've toiled and toiled and toiled and followed the game. And if you didn't do that, you don't get it, right? And it's like have you ever seen one of those, it's a game, sometimes you see it like pizza places, right? Where there's a machine, it's a box, it's a glass box, and it has like a crane arm and all these fun things that you can have. And the arm is really, or the crane is really never built to hold anything hardly. So it's very loosey-goosey, so it drops things all the time. And it's there really just to take your attention and make you think that you can have whatever you want in here. But in reality, the crane wasn't meant really to pick up all that stuff. So it's asking us to stop following like those things that were set out that really weren't meant for us to have anything, and start like finding the pleasure and the curiosity in nature, and the rhymes and the riddles and the things that are going on in the world is meant for us to be curious, play, awaken to this moment right now. Through all of this, creating stability, because it's a new beginning, it's a new time. I think that's the end of the reading, but I said that yesterday, so yeah, I was going to say I'm going to ask one more time. We have the 7 of Wands. So I feel like this is around choices and options. It says valor, which I feel like, is that another word for victory, right? It's this, all these things coming together. This is a fire sign. So it's all these things coming together to create victory. So in this Wands card, I think this is normally what you're going to see is a man on a horse, and he's got the laurel wreath showing victory. He's like riding through town and everybody's seeing him. And so that's what this card stands for, is that being victorious in you know, in this whole thing. It's like, I think that what this message is once you like see this for what it is, step out of all of these things that are being forced upon us, I'm gonna say, and just kind of like, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like, you know, you have a game board with all the pieces. I'm literally seeing the whole game being tipped upside down, all the pieces fall down, and game over. Like, it's game over. We nobody wants to play anymore because the game's been rigged from the beginning. So we say shame on the manufacturer and all the people that have taken advantage of others and mean-spirited play, or have cheated during the game. We've all played with somebody who's nothing but a big cheater, right? And we always wonder, like, why? And they find like fun in that, in cheating. They think it's cool or something to pull one over on other people, right? And it's sad because you don't get to connect with somebody when you're all about you. So let's sum up this reading for the weekend. This is your life. Program it however you want. There's something about some sort of crystalline energy. I was very drawn to the rawness of what these crystals were in my environment. And I literally went out and grabbed like the raw crystals. There is a nature to what's going on behind this game that's been played. So be curious. Get out of the game. Flick that game board up and out, get it out of your space, and be curious. Get outside. There are galactic things that are coming in. We don't need to listen to all these channeled people. Sit down, quiet your mind, channel yourself, and then go and be curious about other channeling. But let's learn that we all have the ability. Now, you do need to come from a clear vessel, so you can't get all in your ego head, oh, look at me, I'm so important, because there are still people that are trying to trick you and play the game, right? So you have to find that awakening within yourself where you find the balance that you need to move through this world and stop playing the game, because this is what we're here to do, create stability for the earth, for ourselves. What was this card? Adventure. Yes. Find adventure in this game and getting out and going into new places, because it's a new beginning. And I think I read it from this way because it came new bonds, new relationships, reshaping who we are, creating new connections, new energetic connections, a new beginning, creating more adventure, stability, and awakening for us. And it's bringing us into the things that bring us joy and abundance, and it's being grounded into our world. It is victorious. We are going to be victorious because that's what this moment is all about. So thank you for joining me here at the channel. I hope you enjoyed the message, and I look forward to reading to you once again next week. Bye now.